Okay, I want to welcome everybody to DLRadio. I have a special interview today with Noel Isern, aka Electro KT, the Vigilant Fame. That's a heck of a title there, Larry. We got a low network connection.
Thank you, Mike.
I do record video. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. I apologize for our lateness. I like to be on time, but I do appreciate anybody that is out there viewing. I shared this with a lot of people trying to help Larry get this DLRadio rolling, and we're trying to bring some good value to everybody, and we're trying to bring some inspiration, which is what I think Noel's going to really share with us. So basically, I've got Noel's bio here today, and if anybody has any questions, if you want to throw them up on Facebook Live, as long as I can. Yeah, I had to hit that live again, Larry. I think we went off Facebook, Larry. Did we just let that go? Apologize. Always technical difficulties here. Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm not getting it, Larry. It's not coming up. Okay, so Larry's gonna post this on Facebook. So unfortunately, we're not live. But basically, I'm gonna do a little bio. Luckily, Noel sent me this amazing bio. I wish everybody had one of these. This is really cool. So Noel was born January 10th, 1979,
Yes, sir.
in Puerto Rico.
Yes.
So from Puerto Rico, you came to Yonkers, New York. That's a big jump.
Yeah.
Um,
Like West Puerto Rico. That's the west side of the island of Puerto Rico.
yeah, I was there one time. Beautiful island. I'm ready to go back. Actually, my sister's there right now.
Really?
Yeah, they're there right now. They're going to do a little vacation, a little bit of help out. So
Awesome. That's
really cool.
that's good. What's going on now with after the hurricane? That's good to hear.
Yeah, that's cool. So then you moved to Philly. From there, 9 years old, moved to Lancaster. So that's how you ended up in Lancaster.
Yes, sir.
Raised by your
bred.
grandmother.
Yes.
Now, was your mother in the picture? So your mother was going
yes.
to college.
My mother was going to college at the time. As it was a big deal, especially in Puerto Rico, to get your education. So that was very instilled in my mother. My mother had me at a very young age, 14 years old. So it was all new to the family, and I was raised by my grandmother.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I give your mom
It's like
props.
my second mother is definitely a blessing.
Yeah, give your mom
You know what
props
I mean?
for that. I mean,
You know what
that's
Flores.
that's a tough life.
Yes.
So basically, had a good growing up. Things were going good into music, and all of a sudden you took a turn. Tell me about the turn.
Yeah, well, I living in Puerto Rico and back and forth from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I've lived in Florida, and I got to meet a lot of. Music was always instilled in my family. That's why to this day, it's F.A.M.E. family always maintains each other, and it's the family of musicians from my grandfather Wilfredo to Wilfrido Negron, um, uh, Victor de Leon, my father also. It's just been instilled in our family values. So it was always a calling to me, and I noticed the gift early on. It's just that matters took to things that occurs in life, and I was just trying to make the best of my understanding at a young age.
Sure. So when things started taking a turn and you started to rebel a little bit, kind of elaborate on that. It says you were homeless, drug addiction, a little bit of crime. Things were just not going your way. Just kind of elaborate what was going on at that time.
I mean, of course, if you could imagine, I have four children to this day. My oldest daughter is 22 years old, followed by my son that you're going to meet hopefully in the future, GMI, that he's also pursuing things in the music. But, I had to grow up fast. So my life, it's a story within itself, and through trials and tribulations, trying to understand situations. I mean, I was born in '79, so you're talking about the '90s, crack era, drugs being introduced to the development, the community that was never heard of before, and at a young age, you see money and you see that you have no other way of meaning, I was guided toward that way through peers that at that time were teaching me probably what I know better now. You know what I mean? So it was just not having the guidance of my father and just a chip on my shoulder. I think at that time of just not knowing of different life situations of where I was headed, and having to provide. And at that time, that's what I thought it was best. So, it's like when you're living for a cause, and in your heart you believe it's the right cause. Who could tell you different? And those were the struggles that I was going through.
And you didn't know anything different.
Yeah, at the time I didn't. I mean, it wasn't until further in my life that I mean, my mother and my grandmother always instilled the word. So I think the seed was planted in my heart. It was just I was trying hard and to rebel at the time, and then what I know now and where I'm at in life now.
I believe God puts a lot of struggles in our life to make us stronger. So it sounds like it worked for you really well. So at
Thank you.
17, took a real hard turn. 17, it looks like you were incarcerated. Um, that you're hitting some hard times there. So what was that like at 17 being incarcerated? Were you in a federal prison?
For the first time, I had to pay consequences for you're in that barrier where it's you're becoming an adult according to the law. And at the time, I have a lot of history in Lancaster, and not to mention in Florida and other places. But the lifestyle I was living, I think when each individual we're blessed with certain talents in life, and I was using them for the wrong purpose. But one thing was evident that whatever I would put my time and effort to, it would blossom. And at that time, that's what I knew. It was drugs and how to sell and how to provide. And my baby's mother, she's like all my children are to the same mother. So like that was a woman that rode out with me with many years. So it was like, okay, this is what I know. This is how it is. And at the same time, like the hip hop community started was coming up, the urban community, and you're talking about reggaeton and the island, of course. I'm I just want to shout out, salute to like a lot of the generals that pioneered me, Babalu Machete, Isabella Puerto Rico, Alex Fat, Johnny Stone. I mean, the whole west side of the island at that time was a movement. It was a movement in hip hop underground. It was the same thing that we were combating, just being a voice to the community. The music was being misunderstood at that time, I think. And when I look back now, even like with my father, like Victor De Leon, we was making the mixture of hip hop and salsa in our music, and we were just like fooling around with things. And then like right now, in 2017, and reggaeton is like in mainstream music. So it's just an eye opening of like how time. One thing I respect now is how time is precious. Time is something that we never get back. It's what you make of it now at this moment is what counts. Because tomorrow is not guaranteed. Today's the present. You know what I mean? And this is all we got. The past is the past, and I could truly speak for that because between the actions of the lifestyle of what I was doing in the street, and it was eating me inside because I was looking for to fill in the gap, the loneliness, and I was trying to interpret that the best I could through music. I think even when I was thinking more circular music, um, people kind of you would see in the message like the word, like I knew right from wrong, and maybe I was doing this for a better way, but in my mind I'm struggling with that same decision.
Sure, sure. So it looks like you took a serious turn when you were in prison. You started to find your way back. So
Yeah. Well,
talk about that a little bit.
I mean, just through the struggle of going in and out of so much time, um, of going in and out. You talking about county bids? This is what I'm knowing. When I was 17, that was what saved me at that time. It was a major um, transportation of drugs at that time, but through my age, it was like Saved by the Bell. Boom. You think I would know better, but no, it doesn't happen like that. You know what I mean? So I continue to bump and grind. My music is taking off at 2005. My first uh LP. It was a compilation. And due to the fact that the reason that it was a compilation was because I started understanding the business of the music, and I started understanding that I didn't want it just to rely on me. I knew that I had to sell some units and I had to make money, and I just took what I started learning in the street, started applying it to legitimate money, which was the music. At this time, it wasn't legitimate yet because I was paying my taxes. I was really like underground, but I was getting heard. It was my first venue in 2005 with Malcolm Negron. Shout out Puerto Rico Street Ball, the DVD. They were with a lot of N1 players, a lot of street balling going on, and then we were on the soundtrack for that. And that kind of opened the door for a lot of people that I met in the island. Tego Calderon, Babalu was a big major movement, tropical storm. You know, it was a major movement in the island. So it was just like I was like they started noticing like this guy's making money on the side. Like I'm getting featured on their showcase, and I'm when I were behind shows, my pockets is fat because I'm selling CDs for $5, and they're like noticing like, yo, this guy got something going on. You know what I mean? So, and that just started opening doors from there, and that's how we continued on that journey.
Oh, cool. Hey, we're gonna take about a 2-minute break. Larry, you ready? You got a song you're gonna put on that Noel has. So he's gonna put a song for Noel. See if we can get this Facebook Live jumping back again. Oh, we're gonna do like a 2-minute break. So we'll be out.
Twins Electric KT, the Vigilante. This one goes out to all the non-believers, the industry deceivers. My soul keeps bruising, the public keeps accusing, my name misused and trying to bring me to shame. Why you living this life of fame? Life was never the same. Heavenly Father, hear my calls, lift my spirit beyond these walls. Help me to stand tall and live my legacy, for you may no other like me. Help me become who you want me to be. I have to hear your voice, I have no other choice to follow direction and destroy man-made images like the kingdom of Troy. Today we living free, no more soldiers deployed out to fight for those who persecute your people. You wrote it in your word, I'm here to fight this evil, eliminating evil, gave me the strength to carry on. Liver feeds me when my weakness is strong. I put it in my heart of this song to awaken the minds of the world's children. Hope to be different at the end of time. Turn wicked man into being kind instead of lust and wine, and blessing each other's mind off the face of this earth. It's your will and keep it real and instill the laws of this land and help them hold each other's hand. Let them understand that your son died on the cross to finish the master plan. I'm more than just a fan. I'm more than just a fan. I'm more than just a fan. I'm just your average man here to complete the master plan. I'm more than just a fan. I'm more than just a fan. I'm just your average man here for the master's plan. So take a stand. Believe you're more than just a fan. And living this life, I made myself a brand. Through Jesus and his Father, I got the spoken plan to bring the good news across the desert land. Refresh your mind, refresh your soul. The darkest secret to the light exposed. Shake it off your shoulders and brain control. Military mind and make it through the day. 4 years of prison to take my breath away. I see many lives disappear into the air, killed by sleep of the wicked man's snare. Hard to man, destruction of darkness in the streets, and we're looking for peace, the violence. Without the light, it's hard to find this. I listen to the youth, but they stuck and blinded by the same sign that guide them. Moses split the Red Seas and divide them. Your fingers wrote the tablets, now I'm no longer drunk in habits. Now we grinding, find a way, a better way out. Rhyming, find a better way to pay out. Lord, I see what you have in store. Salvation for my soul, why would I ask for more? I just want them to understand I have to become more than just a fan. I'm more than just a fan. I'm more than just a fan. I'm just your average man here to complete the master plan. I'm more than just a fan. I'm more than just a fan. I'm just your average man here for the master's plan. Yeah, let it be known. I'm more than just average man trying to make life reality. Lord guides me, for so long as I follow the light. The darkness scatters when the light is turned on. To all the youth out here, let it be known, it's calling for you. This voice is calling for you. Be more than just a fan. Be the man that follows his ways. At the end it pays more than any of these can ever give you here on earth.
Starting live. There we go. All right, I think we're ready. Okay, welcome back. That was a track from Noel's. What was that? Was that off of a CD?
Yes, that's the single Electro KT, the Vigilante. It's called More Than a Fan. And that's the single with the video out. You can look for it. It's in all electronic media. You could download and get on track. It's our first single.
That's great. If anybody has any on any Facebook Live, if there's any viewers that have any questions, there's Deb Perry. Oh, it looks like my wife's online. If you have any questions
It's awesome.
for Noel,
Everything's starting to click back and
things
get together.
are working. So if you have any questions for Noel, put them on there. I'll try to grab them. But we're going to continue on. So I want to kind of pick your brain a little bit about what you have going on with the job that you're doing, and then what you got your side hustle to keep things going along with the music. So tell me about this organization you're with.
Okay. Pretty much where we had left off on 2005, things started going good with me. Electro Empire, F.A.M.E, Volume 1 collection. Collaboration of all artists that right now are, selling gold records, doing good big things. So right there was a mark to me that it was like it can be done. And the journey continued. Right now with I went away, of course, for a state bid in the penitentiary, and the new form of where I'm at now is called CPS. It's a Certified Peer Specialist, and pretty much it was introduced to the state prisons at first, due to the large rate of suicides and gang violence, and there's a lot of ugly things that society tends to want to look the other way that's going on in these state penitentiaries. Well, CPS is, of course, some type of scale of just counseling, but not being the expert, by not being the expert type of thing. You know what I mean? So,
But you lived it though.
yeah,
You lived it, so you know how to help people with this.
yeah. So it was introduced to the state, and I was one of the first ones certified in there. And I served my time, and upon being released, I had written a letter to my church, CV, Canastonian Valley Church of Christ, and I would do this every year. So I went away for, of course, like 4 years, and I would do this every New Year's and just let them know that I'm doing well and my progress. I studied. I graduated in the state correctional facilities. I went to school.
Got your GED.
GED, I took advantage of what was given to me. So my mindset was like, I'm not gonna let time do me. I'm gonna do this time, and I knew that I wanted to come out here and not being no dummy. You know what I mean, and not falling behind. I know everything was going 150 miles an hour out here, and I'm there. So I better take the best time. So remember what I said. Like, I'm respecting time for what it is today. That it's a gift, and it all speaks for itself. Like, life has taught me this to this point. So back to the CPS thing. There's the letter gets read by my brother that now is the King, Mr. De Leon. Shout outs, because that is a F.A.M.E brother, and that's one of the main artists that was always with F.A.M.E. Me and my brother were like the twins, you know what I'm saying? And it was me and him, and whatever we did. And today he's preaching. He's an outreach minister. You know what I'm saying? So that's what life has shown me. Like, it's unbelievable what God could do in people's lives.
Anything's possible, right?
anything is possible. Like I'm, you know, what I mean, I truly live in it. I'm believing it. You know, Diana Fulham was the one that opened up. It's a recovery insight. It's a it's a beautiful thing. They're CPS organized here in Lancaster and Lidditz and Crown Avenue. And the opportunity was given to me to practice what I learned and what I studied for in there. So not only as soon as I came out, I had a job, but I had people that understood where I'm coming from mental health to the drug addiction to music, because her story is a very powerful story. Diana Fulham, God bless you if you're listening today. If not, you know that you're in my heart always. But I mean, she's opening up doors. Right now, Recovery Insight is in the mental health that's going on in Lancaster County jurisdiction with the judges and everything like that. Um, with Judge Miller. That's you know, there's a lot of pioneer in this company, and they had faith to hire a convict that was coming out. She knew me of the music and stuff like that. Her son, also, her story is very powerful. That's why if a lot of the audiences that are on today in 91.3 FM, also, we have a promotion that's going on for Recovery Insight. That's going to be telling the stories and what we do as CPS is, because it's new. It's about 10 years old. It's being introduced, and the impact that it's having in the community is being very powerful, because it's like a type of counseling, but we're actually there with the people with the addiction, dealing with the addiction, dealing with the mental health, right there, hands on. So that's a story within itself to you know, that's gonna be being told, and that's where the vigilante part comes of Electro. See that I just added that on um throughout this change. It's vigilante is like Batman. You talking about Punisher. You know, it's
Robin Hood.
yeah, you know, it's that to the good guys he's a bad guy, and to the bad guys he's a good guy. It's like you know, I just want to speak truth. I wanna, and I think the truth will set you free in many ways in life. God, the God I serve today is a honest and true God. You know what I'm saying? And I think it was that part of surrendering of when I was doing things for the world, I was living that life for the world. So like my music will portray that, my lifestyle will portray that. It was showing a print. It was a print that I was tired with the outcomes of it. Like I didn't want to deal with the, I mean, the fun part's always gonna be fun. I'm not gonna say it, you know what I mean? But it's like I was tired with the consequences that I was paying for it. You know what I mean? When you leaving your family, your life, you know what I mean? My children and my mother, God bless her, Evelise. I mean, the things that you
There's
put
that
them
time again. There's that time again. You lost time, right?
right. That's the precious thing that we don't get back. So today I'm it's not about about me anymore. Like that's the way I'm living today. It's about what I could do for someone else.
How many people you can serve?
Amen. And that's the best word that I could put it. Like it, because it's when you come to see what how it really goes around, and that's what it is. Like you know, today like my lyrics are starting to portray it, and that was unintentional. I have no better. All I know is how to interpret what I'm feeling and my feelings and emotions. And so if I'm in that mode today, you know what I mean, and let's see what it takes it. So I'm trying to combine with recovery insight and my music, of course, the F.A.M.E camp that will never change. We added SOG, Soldiers of God, um, which is what I'm trying to live by. I'm by far perfect, but my Lord that I know is telling me just to strive on that mission, and He will provide, and He will open them doors. Today, I just met you, Mike, and it's been a privilege
So we've
to
been
even do that.
Facebook friends for a little while, but we just met today. Isn't
Yeah.
that crazy? Facebook is just connects the dots.
Right,
That's awesome.
right. It's an awesome thing, and I also just even how they opened up the doors for me. We were covering Insight with Bentley, DLRadio, what's going on in the movement. There's a lot of things that's gonna come on. Um, one thing that I have always learned, and then it's still stuck me, because I'm still the same man, still same OG. I mean, I'm an up in age, born '79. I'm established, but I'm just thinking now. It's like, how can I do for my people, my community, and just do what I love doing. I want to shout out to Nalbi Perez, that is on this album. She's on these two tracks. That is like off the hook. That I'm trying to make something that people could just listen to. You could just put it on. So it's gonna be a little bit different. The way I'm trying to market it is different because, of course, uh, I know better now. So it's like being part of that vigilante is just like how can I hip hop has always been a combative sport. So I'm just trying to make it amusing, speak my word, live true to myself, and if I live true to myself, I'm living true to my God, and I'm good with that today.
Awesome, awesome. So again, we're here with Noel Isern. Um, we're down here. We're at DLRadio doing our live show. Appreciate all the shares. Appreciate everybody on Facebook Live watching. If you have a question, put it on there. I can ask Noel. But we're gonna move on a little bit. I'm gonna just hit Noel with a couple questions that I just kind of came up with a little bit. So Noel, you got a side hustle, right? You got another thing you're doing to make ends meet. So tell me about that.
Yes, sir. I've always been in detailing cars. Uh, Shout out to Punch Custom Hot Whips. That's my brother. Shannon. Bless all y'all, the family. Um, and it's F.A.M.E Auto Wash. Also Steph and uh, Distinctive Detailing.
If he forgets anybody, apologize.
Yeah,
We'll give you
apologize.
credit.
Yeah,
We'll give you credit.
yeah, but you know where I'm coming from. There's a lot of people involved, man. Like that's one thing about me. Like it's all about networking, knowing it's not about what I could do. It's not what you could do for me. It's what I could do for you. That's the motto. Like I want to empower people today. Like I want to teach them what I know, how I could use it, and God knows like I haven't been through one struggle or one thing that I hasn't been for a purpose. Because today I'm able to show this experience. Today I'm able to tell with addicts that know because I've been through it. You know what I'm saying? To this day, I'm right now 5 years sober and clean. You know what I mean? David Sims, I love you. God bless you. I hope you see this interview also. You're in my heart and you're my brother. There's a lot of F.A.M.E brothers that I've lost to this struggle through suicide, drug addiction, murdered out here. Lancaster right now, like if you see what's going on in the youth, man, I mean, if you don't really care about what's going on, then you're an ignorant bastard. Excuse my French, you know what I'm saying? But I'm being real. I've been locked up with a lot of, you know what I'm saying, a lot of evil and a lot of good. And I know that that change could come from anyone. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta want it. You gotta see, like, the more you think about of what you want, your goals in life is what you're gonna accomplish. Because what you think about most is what materializes in life. And I've understood this. I just didn't know how to apply it. And throughout these studies and throughout my work that I'm doing now, that's what I'm trying to do: empower people by helping them to understand of how they could do that.
That's awesome. Hey, shout out to Benchmark Program. Talked about youth a little bit. I'm definitely gonna get Noel hooked into them. See if he can
Yes.
mentor a little bit.
Yeah.
Just get him in there and show these young kids that anything's possible. You can turn things around. So where's
Definitely.
your detail shop located?
We're on Prangley Avenue, 735 Prangley Avenue. You could always call 717-392-9463. What we like to do best is pick up delivery. We come pick up your car at any establishment and deliver it back clean and fresh. It says guaranteed to make you feel famous. That's the motto that we have. You know what I mean? Gotta incorporate. I mean, family always maintains each other. Is really my fame. That's what I live for, and my children know that. I think my family know that. You know what I mean? That I proved that. So
All right, hey, we got more watchers on Facebook Live. I really appreciate it. Share this out. We're really trying to get DL Radio moving, rocking
No
on,
doubt.
on the airwaves. There's just so much good content out there, and we're trying to give you good content. So if you want some content, if you're looking for something, just hit us up. Tell us what you're looking for. So I'm gonna hit you up with a couple little questions. Just answer them the best of your ability, and if you say pass, we'll pass. All right.
sounds good.
So 1 year from now, where will you be?
What will I be? I still be here, trying to make music from the heart. My plans for the near future is to start opening up some three-quarter houses, and there is hopefully a gift shop, recording studios for F.A.M.E. That will be coming very soon, more sooner than hopefully later. But the three-quarter houses and all that stuff is gonna be partnership. I'm really talking with a lot of important people in the community.
That would all be nonprofit side, right?
Nonprofit. There are some private investors. You know, I mean, I'm a pitch in whatever I can. My time, you know what I'm saying, like time. You know what I'm saying?
Time,
It's
yeah.
sometimes more than money. You know what I'm saying? It's sometimes,
Absolutely.
you know what I'm saying. I've seen a lot of people have money but not know what to do with it. You know what I mean? But um, you know, just the community. I want to bring community together.
Awesome, awesome. That's great. So, when have you been the most satisfied in your 30? You 38?
39.
39. In your 39 years, what's your most satisfaction right now?
39 years young. Um,
39 is a baby, man. You got so much time.
uh, I would say right now.
Right now, awesome. Great,
Present.
great answer. Okay, role model. Role model and why?
Role,
You got more than one, that's cool.
role model. My grandfather, he passed away while I was incarcerated. God bless his soul. Lord knows this is one of the reasons that I do this today with Frido Negron. He was an entrepreneur. He was always he was a salesman for a radio station. So I grew up riding along with him, learning the trade, learning how to talk to people, learn how to sell products. You know what I'm saying? And he was always a family provider. I think he instilled a lot in me. Musically, Tupac Shakur, at just the era that I grew up in.
Got a big thumbs up from Bentley over there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So he knows what I'm talking about. Like, it was just about, we were street reporters, and, you know what I mean? That's how I want to do it today. Like, you know what I mean? If it's not just my life, it's like what I see and what I interpret in paper, music.
Nice, nice. Okay, so what things don't you enjoy during this journey? There's got to be a couple little things that are just little thorns in your side. Give me a couple.
During this journey, my my wife Anna, God bless her, for being with a man that has gone through a lot of things, a lot, you know, and like time is precious. We were talking about, and sometimes we get involved. That's why I like the gift shop, F.A.M.E. Gifts and Studios. Look for it real soon. It's gonna be coming real soon. You
Phantom
don't know how
Township
soon.
area, right?
Lidditz. Yeah,
Lidditz.
yeah,
Fantastic.
around the area. Yep. And hopefully things will glue together for that. But that's her. That those are just me because, like, one thing that I had learned in the past with the music when it was going good, it was like how music could take away from your family time and a lot of things in between. And just providing in general, it doesn't matter in music what it is. You know what I mean? If I'm always a go getter, you know, and that's all I know. So it's like somebody to deal with a person that has to be on the move, on the go, on the line, has to be a person that's strong also. So I'm grateful today for her, and she helps me to glue it down and stay, keep it real. You know,
You see the way he turned that question around? That was awesome.
what
Turned it from a negative to a positive. I love that. Okay, so what's your superpower? Yeah, you got like a F.A.M.E. shirt underneath there? What you got? What's your superpower?
Superpower. Well, the name Electro is from that Electro charisma. That's it was gift. They used to call me little boy long eyelashes when I was 14 years old, hustling around these streets. I mean, when I'm talking about Water Street now, downtown, we talking about the 97, 99 era. You know, I'm a young man, you know, have long eyelashes, and that's what the street life was calling me at that time. But today's electro, um, and it's crazy how the name is transforming to who I am today, the vigilante. I mean, I live that life. Electric charisma. The world don't run without electricity, so
Nice,
that's how
nice.
I felt at that
So you
time.
light
and
up the
today.
room when you come in. I honestly came down the steps and I was like, whoa.
Yo, I'm telling you, DLRadio, we try to get these numbers up, so you gotta feel the energy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, what's your favorite animal? What animal do you like? Just an example.
My favorite animal, look, I grew up with the stallions,
Nice,
Pasofinos. My father was a horse breeder. God bless his soul. Also passed away, murdered in Puerto Rico, also by the violence of the culture. The streets of Puerto Rico is like the crime rates. So you don't judge me. You know what I'm saying? Don't judge me for what I was singing when I was singing it, because this is what I knew and this is what I'm witnessing. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, a lot of us ain't here today. Grateful, and this is all I could do. All I could do today is I can't live in the past because that's what was eating me up at that time. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm using these hardcore drugs. You know what I'm saying? That I was introducing to these people. I knew no better, but today we living in a better way. The energy is pure now, and I'm trying to share that now with my grandchildren, with my children's children, that they could instill in these things. The community is much needed. You know what I'm saying? The voices are much needed, and you know, you could like or dislike my music. It's not about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do more than that. This is just like my life. You know what I mean? That's all.
All right, hey, we got more Facebook Live here, Larry. So I appreciate everybody tuning in. Keep sharing it. Last question: what's your legacy?
My legacy right now, like I said, man, I've been living life in a rush. So
When you're
39,
gone, you're gone, and the dust is settled. What do you hope everybody's looking back and remember Noel for?
I'm saying that God is real. You know what I'm saying? That um, you know, for those that know me in the hard times and whatever, you know what I'm saying, if I had to do certain things just to get by, I might have hurt a lot of people along the way. You know what I'm saying? And that might be a lot of people to have to ask forgiveness for. But Lord knows my heart. And today I'm just trying to live in that moment, what I know now, the people that are helping me. God bless. Thank you. Because if it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't even be right here where I'm now. You know what I'm saying? I'm recently a state convict. You know what I'm saying? Still seeing my parole, still doing urine tests and helping people. You know what I'm saying? So let it be for what it is. You know what I mean? You know, I I know where my heart and where my vision is headed, and I know that it will bless many others.
Nice, perfect. Hey, I just want to give a shout out to the CEO here, Larry Bentley, DL
Yes,
Radio
sir.
Live. He's going to be loading this on his YouTube channel. That's DL
Bentley.
Radio. DL Radio Live is his podcast. You can catch me on Dalton64 on Instagram. Put a message out today. Don't use a magnifying glass, use a mirror. And that's what you need to do when you're looking at this man right here. Use a mirror, take him for what he is, don't take him for what he was, because everybody changes.
Those are big
So
words.
I really appreciate it. And we're going to cut out here, Larry, but we appreciate all of our listeners, all of our viewers, and hopefully we're going to bring you another good interview in the near future, and this is going to be a regular podcast, and maybe we're going to get your boss on here soon. Maybe we'll let you interview her. How's that sound?
Yeah, sounds like a bet.
Hey, appreciate it, man.
All right, Mike. Good luck.
All right, we're out, Larry.